Alright, so I just want to start this video off by saying I am not one of these biased fans out here for neither one of the fighters. I've been supporting both Spence and Bud, buying all of their fights since I got up on them, buying all of their fights, betting on them. Me and my sons watch all of their highlights all the time. We be having the ball watching their highlights. But the energy right now on YouTube, especially about this Spence Crawford fight, the differences in opinions and the disrespect is just out of hand, man. Okay. Shout out to Blue. Shout out to everybody else that got an open mind and not just blindly biased by what fighter that you rock with the most. I don't understand how just because you Bud's fan don't mean you gotta hate Spence. Just because you a Spence fan don't mean you gotta hate Bud. What the fuck did Bud do to you for y'all to hate him so much? Even before the last week, y'all just hate his guts like he did something personally to y'all. Y'all didn't have none of that same energy for nobody Spence fought. I feel everybody it got y'all rattled because y'all know he's Spence's biggest threat. And then Boots. He the biggest threat as Spence is to him. At this time and at this point in time. I just don't understand why. And I'm telling you, I'm unbiased. I support both of them. But the Spence fans are just extra hostile. Shut the fuck up. Excuse me. Extra hostile and angry and aggressive and just nasty as hell. For no reason. About everything. You can have a difference of opinion. We can have a debate. You can have a debate. But they get, if you disagree about anything that had to do with Spence versus Crawford, they just get so nasty, man. That's not necessary. That's not helping or contributing to getting this fight done. It ain't. I know the Spence fans gonna say, well, Crawford fans, look, I be in the background watching. I support a lot of channels. I'm not going to support a few, after this past week, but I go from my days ever since the pandemic started. I think it was 2020. I'm on the road. I'm a trucker. I'll be on the road. I was on driving from SoCal to Washington and back. That's when I got into the boxing on YouTube and everything. And I've been supporting the channels that I'm talking about, from Drew Titan in the morning, Trill Boxing, 7-8, BFTB, Blue, Boxing Ego, Champ Side. Like throughout the day, this is if I'm not researching and doing shit or listening to music or whatever, I'm listening to all the boxing talk from all the channels. All the differences in opinions, the different perspectives, and it's entertaining. That's why I've been faithfully tuned in to channels. Everybody I mentioned right now, especially everybody I just mentioned right now, since 2020. So, like, I don't understand. I made a super chat earlier today, and I didn't appreciate the response. I didn't even get my shit read. Like, run my $5 back then. Like, I express what I'm seeing on the outside looking in, not being as a non-biased fan of both of the fighters. I see a division. I know everybody's channels got different. That's what I just said. That's what makes it entertaining. Listening to everybody's different points of views. But in regards to Spence versus Crawford, okay, in regards to this fight right here, the energy different. I feel it's like it's dividing the LDBC. I know everybody got a different opinion. It been that way, whatever. But this is a little deeper than just a difference of opinion. That's how I feel. That's what I'm seeing. I feel that way. I had the right to express that. And I just spoke on how I didn't like everybody is like completely. Most of everybody just dismissing what Blue is saying. Like damn near everybody is going against what Blue is saying when he clarified the matter in detail several times. What did he say? Some people get triggered by just they see certain words and they just get triggered and can't even get to the meaning or the meat or what, can't even read the paragraph because you got triggered and missed the whole thing. I'm not one coming in against Spence or against. I'm just saying as a supporter of so many channels for the past couple of years, what I'm noticing. That's what I think I'm noticing. I ain't making this shit up. But let's get back to what Blue has said. The day after that announcement, Blue clarified this shit. He said, okay, yeah, it does look like that. It does look bad on Crawford. It does look that way. Okay, as everybody would assume that he was working on this and that behind the scenes the whole time. Everybody on Blue talking about, well, how could you do it? You fucked up the fight and you knew the whole time he wasn't gonna fight. How the fuck why would he be promoting Spence versus Crawford going against a fight of his own that his partner is putting on? Like, what sense do that make, though? For him to be up until that day still saying this fight they're gonna fight is just not gonna happen right now this year. It's not happening this year. Floyd said it. AB came out like last week and he said basically the same thing, that it ain't happening right now. So according to Blue, he's saying, okay, this contract, or if I'm wrong, correct me, but what I thought, that contract, the revised contract, informed Bud that the fight wasn't happening in 2022. But potentially in the first quarter of 2023. When he seen that the fight ain't happening this year for sure, Bud reached out to see what can be done right now for him to stay busy, stay sharp. Let me get one in between. How in the fuck is that ducking if you know the fight is not happening within the next 4 or 5 months? It's happening in 2023. Okay, let me get this money real quick, and then I'll be right after this fight. 2 months later, 3 months later, maybe we finna run that shit for undisputed. How is that ducking when you know that the fight is not happening this year? How is taking another fight in between that fight ducking when it's not happening this year? Why do all the Spence fans like have to disagree with the fact? Like, this Blue, come on, Blue said he got this is what's going on. Yeah, it might have looked this way. They did that. He said they did that deal. Literally, they got the deal done in a fucking day. He was looking at just doing what he's supposed to be doing, right? He's partners with a promotional company, BOK Prime. So he was doing his due diligence, looking at potential matches, potential fighters, just in case we might. Hey, let's see what we could do in the meantime. What the opportunity came, and they made that shit happen like that. But everybody mad at him, talking about he lied, and why you gonna hate on Blue for elevating himself, obviously, from just YouTubing and whatever, to being partners with a promotional company that could potentially get us these fights, or fight more fights that we want to fucking see. Why is that so hard for people to grasp? He said, I did not had this wasn't in the background. We weren't negotiating shit. I got a call, whatever, a day or two ago, and he reached out to this person, and they was able to get something done in a day. Hello, you should be applauding that. That's hard. That's dope. Y'all was able to do it, like negotiate and run that shit that fast. Now this potentially gonna open up the doors for a lot of fighters to get fights made quickly. We should be congratulating him, but everybody hating. He clarified this for 3 hours the other day. I was driving from fucking Idaho, and I was pissed. My fucking service kept going in and out on Highway 95. He clarified it all day. And a lot of the people that he gives shout outs to and the people that he gives props to is just completely disregarding everything that he's saying. Basically, he's saying he lying. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't appreciate this morning my super chat being taken off and y'all cussing me out and doing all that bullshit over my opinion. I said I feel like the LDBC need to do a panel and everybody express why not. I rarely see panels with, y'all, it need to be at least 10. I don't know how many people can what's the limit, but it need to be at least 10, 15 of y'all on there expressing this and expressing this and that and hearing blue. Everybody expressing themselves. But I just don't appreciate how everybody act like they rock with this and they just it's just some messy shit going on right now. I don't like how everybody just turning on blue and he trying to do some big shit out here. This nigga ain't fighting this year, so let's get him another fight right now. Keep this nigga sharp. Spence need to get his ass in the ring, get another fight too, since they not fighting this year. So both of their ass to be sharp and ready to get down early next year. What's wrong with that? Please make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Why everybody's saying Crawford is ducking Spence when they're not even fighting this fucking year. It's crazy. Everything from Team Crawford is a lie, but everything from Spence side is that's what, that's gospel. People saying, well, my sources is claiming this, and this nigga's sources is saying this. So whose sources is lying? Whose sources is lying? I guess we all won't really know the actual truth until them niggas fight. Hopefully in the beginning of next year. The argument was, well, Bud did this, but if he didn't sign the damn contract, nigga, what difference do it make if he didn't sign the contract right now? They're not fucking fighting this year. What difference do it make if he signed it today, last week, or in a month or two? They not fighting this in 2022. Like, come on, man. What difference do it make if he didn't sign it? He got the contract. The contract mentioned 2023. I got time. I'm gonna get one in between. Everybody hating on him. Everybody. He's just the Bud hate is crazy. Like, what did Bud ever do to y'all? He was with Top Rank. They didn't promote him right. He got out of that situation. He trying to make sure all his shit legit. The businesses. He trying to make sure he get what he need to get, and wanted to make the big fight. Right. He ain't got that much time left in boxing. He said that. Even though he's in shape, he don't plan on doing this until his late 30s. So why not? Here, let me get this bag in between this Spence fight. Everybody's dismissing the fact that the fight is supposed to happen next year, not this year. They acting like Bud taking the fight. Like he just completely just threw the Spence fight out the book, like out the water. Like he just completely deserted it. He's fighting somebody in between that fight because this fight ain't happening until 2023. Why the fuck y'all think PBC, all the fights that was supposed to be happening up until New Year's, you don't see nobody on the fucking, you don't see no dates for nobody. What made me think, hey, they probably trying to save that fucking money for that Spence Crawford fight for early 2023. Like it's been going around. I just don't get how everybody got different sources. I get that. But I don't appreciate how so many people is just dissing Blue like that. Blue don't diss nobody. He don't say, you know what I mean? When he mentions people's names, he mentions them in a positive way. All right. I've bought all of Spence's fights since I think when I got up on Spence. I want to say it was whatever the fight that was after his accident. I think it was Mikey. It was either Mikey or Danny. But I've been supporting Spence ever since then. I haven't bought no merch yet, but I'm buying all the fights, betting on the fights. Same thing with Bud. And my kids know them. They love watching the highlights, especially Spence. Dogging them. But as an unbiased fan, I'm just saying, I don't get how everybody just hates Bud when both of these niggas want to make the fight. Most of these niggas want to fight. They been calling each other out. If one side is taking too long, we don't forget all that. If what's going on, I don't like how people is just disregarding what can be potentially going on behind the scenes that nobody know what the fuck is going on but them. They just putting all the blame on Bud like there ain't some other shit, a whole lot of other shit going on behind the scenes that we don't know nothing about. They just want to blame Bud. Bud. Like, what the hell? How is he doing a bunch of bad business in the past when he was under top rank? Bob didn't promote him right. Maybe Bud could have did more to promote himself like he was doing the past 6 months. I'm seeing them interviews. He out showing his face. That's promotion. He got onto the damn Breakfast Club by getting into it with Trey Songz. That's promotion for the Spence fight. He was just on Bill Bellamy thing. I think it was a couple weeks ago. I seen him on Bill Bellamy podcast. They talking about Spence. He promoting this fight. He doing his part. And shit ain't even negotiated yet. So can't nobody say he don't want this fight. He all over the place talking about that Spence fight. That's their fight. So I just can't see why everybody is just dismissing. Like, I don't get how people just be so like blind loyalty, blind bias. Like, okay, you prefer this fighter over the other, but when you see certain facts come out, certain this and that come out, and you just choose to ignore it, it's just silly. We all grown. We're supposed to be mature grown men, but what I'm seeing is a bunch of fuckery and just so much hate towards the other side. Like, it's ridiculous. And that's not going to help get this fight made any sooner at all. And me coming and appreciating the different channels, and not just in the LDBC, other boxing channels. I'll be watching everybody. But to see such a high percentage of everybody hating on Blue, or completely the same, basically, and you're not directly saying it, but basically saying he's lying, he's full of shit, that this ain't what's going on. You want to believe this, you want to believe that. When he clarified it, I don't got no reason to think Blue would just lie to everybody. What the hell sense do it make? What sense? What good does that do him to be to not be a credible source or boxing channel or a credible voice in boxing? What does that do for him? For people to not take his word, or to not take his word serious? That doesn't do him any good. So for everybody to be saying he lying, I just don't get it. If Bud he knows the fight is not happening this year, but early next year, and taking one in between, everybody's just saying that he just got away from the Spence fight completely. When he says Spence is next. If we ain't doing it this year, I'm getting my band, I'm getting them M's real quick, and then we're going straight to camp for Spence. Basically. But Spence fans don't want to hear that. And they make it to where I have to speak on it because it's the Spence fans that are so damn nasty and hostile and hateful over a damn boxing match. I don't get it. Over a boxing match. Like, come on, man. Over a boxing match. Y'all gonna have that same, if he take the fight with Boots, y'all gonna hate Boots the same way? Because he a threat to Spence? No. I ain't never seen nobody have that energy for none of Spence opponents except for Bud. And what the hell did Bud do to y'all for y'all to hate him so much? For being an unbiased fan, I could speak on it because I could see, yeah, Bud fans be tripping sometimes too. But the Spence fans go overboard with all the hate and the hostile and the aggression. It's ridiculous. I need to chill out, chill with that shit. It ain't that serious. We all want to see the goddamn fight. Yeah, we pissed off. It ain't happening right now. We've been waiting on this damn fight. Everybody pissed off. I'm just saying, everybody, this might be one of them situations to where somebody's going to be right, somebody's going to be wrong. We won't know until we know. Until after Bud, this next match in December, what transpires from between December and March, I let everybody know what it was. And I hope that people will be man enough to accept, and this goes from both sides, to admit that they was wrong or maybe misinformed. Maybe even apologize for all the bullshit and all the hateful, just hostile, like, it's ridiculous, to anybody that disagree with you about something or has a different opinion. Like, that made my point, what I was saying. Because my chat got taken off the screen just for me mentioning blah, 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 and speaking up for Blue. All of that shit didn't even get read. And my shit was barely, it wasn't even 10 words read before my shit got taken off. Man, that was some bullshit. And I'm just speaking as like I keep saying, as an unbiased fan of both of them niggas. If you unbiased, you can see, okay, them niggas be tripping over there, these niggas be tripping. I'm telling y'all, the Spence fans be tripping the hardest. Okay, and that could be something exciting. I don't know how it was when Floyd fought Manny. It might be some rivalries, different rivalries like that I haven't even experienced since I've been, more in tune with boxing. I watch boxing. I'm in tune with boxing more than, I don't really watch no sports and shit no more, like basketball. I never watched football, baseball, but I was just into basketball. But boxing, I would catch, the fights every now and then. But now I'm paying attention to all the fights that's coming up. I'm listening to all the fights, even if the people I never heard of, I might not buy it, even though I should start supporting everybody coming up, the people that you don't know. If the channels is covering it and talking about it, let me go check this dude out. Let me see what they're finna do. It might be a lot of good fights, like how a lot of the undercards be. They be in there thumping. But yeah, that's something I gotta work on, supporting the up-and-coming people or the less-known fighters. I can admit that. But I'm just saying, all the Crawford hate and the Spence hate, like, that's all. Everybody need to chill with that shit. That's not gonna help get this fight done sooner. Okay? And Man, I wish it need to be a panel, man. Like I don't want to say no more pages, names and shit who I feel should be on the channel. I think y'all know which channels need to be on the panel, and I think it'll be a dope ass dialogue and debate. Maybe y'all do that. I remember 7A had a dope panel the other day. I think it was damn, I can't remember. It might have been Friday or Saturday. I think it was Friday or Saturday. So I think it was Saturday morning. I like that panel. But I'm saying right now, it needs to be, we might need like weekly panels. Or every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. Until the fight happens. Because like we need to support both fighters to make this fight happen. They need to see that everybody got support. Now it's just looking like, well, everybody just hate Crawford. That's not helping getting the fight made. Even though it's all over YouTube, all over the sports news and shit. That's promo. But that's not, like, it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I just felt that in my spirit. I had to speak on that. I just didn't appreciate how, I was responded to for my super chat earlier. It is what it is, though. I'm going to still support both fighters. I'm going to watch their highlights. And I'll be watching all the highlights. Like, we might watch a video, somebody highlights, it might be 6.5 minutes. Then the next one, 12 minutes. Then the next one is 8 minutes. And it'd be a lot of the same highlights. So what? You enjoy it anyway. I'm going to keep supporting these brothers. And I'm going to give a congratulations to the Blue Blood for doing this thing. And really taking this boxing shit serious. Like, hate them or whatever. If you can't see things one way, if you only see things one way and refuse to see it any other way, that speaks about your mind. You need to have a more open mind, be more mature. Don't just put up a block or put up that wall because you don't want to hear that narrative because it doesn't fit yours, what you want to believe or how you feel. It shouldn't be that way. We should be open-minded and be, okay, this is my guy, but I don't know. You're not just going to be so hateful towards the other side or towards a certain other fighter, the opposition, over a fight that ain't even made yet. And it's a whole lot of fuckery going on behind the scenes. I feel like I'm talking in circles now, man. But yeah, this is me. It's Ron T on the mission, man. I'm gonna get on here a lot more often. YouTube. I might start a new channel or whatever because they kind of hating on the views and stuff. Well, I had a chat with the people. They're supposed to be sending me an email, letting me know what's up. You can't go from thousands of views to single digits, man. That's how they be hating on the brother. But it is what it is, man. I'm a trucker. I'm out here running that bag up. I do my thing, and I entertain myself throughout the day, listening to mostly boxing talk or researching about my other business ventures that I'll be getting into soon. So I got a lot of content and shit, dope shit coming up probably in this next couple of months. So y'all stay tuned. I was just giving my opinion on the boxing channels and this rivalry and the temperature in the boxing channels right now on YouTube, man. We could get it together. I ain't got no hard feelings against nobody. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm gonna support certain people no more, but it is what it is. But I hope the channels could at least get together and have that panel and speak their mind, and hopefully people on both sides will be able to accept certain truths, the facts, not just what we want to hear or want to feel or what we feel, the facts and the truths. So, hey, hopefully we get that soon. If not, it is what it is. But I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Go on.